Welcome back. This is John Locke, and today we're going to talk about the knowledge graph. Uh, Now, most of you are probably familiar with what the knowledge graph is, but you probably just don't realize that you've seen it before. I'm going to show you an example of what the knowledge graph is. It's that area that shows up on the right-hand side of the um, screen in Google. So if you Google if you search a company or a book or organization or thing or famous object, you might see something like this over here. And this is our own personal knowledge graph, my personal knowledge graph for Lockdown Design and SEO. And you see that there's information. There's the business category. There's reviews, website directions, all this, address hours, appointments. You can edit your business information. Uh, and sometimes you'll see social profiles here, reviews, and stuff like that. As you can see, there's a social profile there. Uh, but, this comes up for a lot of stuff. Google pulls this information not only from Google My Business, but it takes it from other um, places as well. Could be taking it from your Facebook, your Yelp, could be taking it from third-party sites everywhere. If you're lucky enough to have a Wikipedia page, you could be pulling it from that. If I Google my name, of course, there's two famous John Locke's that come up usually before me. One, the philosopher, my namesake. Here's his knowledge graph. It gives you just a brief rundown. Wikipedia is thought to be a place where Google gets information from for the knowledge graph. Um, just some information: born, died, influenced by, education, famous quotes, books. People also search for these guys. Uh, Google pulls this information from all over the place. Oh, look, this is my stuff here. Let's Google something a little bit different. Let's say, let's something like General Electric or something. Big corporation. So this is their knowledge graph here. It has their website. It's a conglomerate. Here's their logo. Again, it's pulling stuff from Wikipedia, and it's pulling information from the New York Stock Exchange. It has some of these other stuff. They're a little bit more high profile, so you can see more of their social media profiles here. It has all these different, just a brief rundown of the information, subsidiaries, founders, things like that. And so you can also see results here about different things where it's pulling it from. It pulls that information from the stock exchange. So here's another thing too. Let's take a look at this. This is another place where Google is thought to pull information, Wikidata. This is connected to Wikipedia in a way. But you can see, so there's different ones you can see in here. The philosopher, the father of the philosopher, the character from the TV show. There's some other ones in here. Definitely. Now, I tried to put myself in here before, but it got booted out. I'm not notable enough. But you can see other things. We'll go back to our General Electric. Okay, this. So this is the this entry, the Q, and then whatever that is, that's the entry data. But you can kind of see, here's some of this stuff. Instance of a business, an enterprise business, credit institution, logos, image of the building. Some of this stuff feeds into Wikipedia. So all this stuff is publicly editable. But back to the knowledge graph. Most of the time it's going to be, if you're a large enterprise, multinational business, it's going to be something like this. But if you're like a smaller business, let's say you're just like an auto shop, then it's going to be this information here. It's going to be just your Google My Business that comes up. So yeah, that's the knowledge graph. Again, it pulls from multiple sources to get that information, but it's generally this area on the right-hand side of the page. Google pulls information from all over the web to build a graph of what it knows about you. This is part of the reason why you want to have accurate information about your business, the same business categories all over the web, the same address all over the web, the same website all over the web. When it has that information all consistent across the board, it tends to be more confident in those results. So if you're trying to rank locally in your market for local SEO, make sure that all this information is the same in every instance of where you are listed. Google, My Business, Facebook, Yelp, YP.com, any other place where you would be listed. Anyway, just wanted to show you what the knowledge graph is really quick. That's all I've got for now. I'll be here tomorrow. And I'm John Locke, making videos every day on SEO. Thank you to all the new subscribers that have come on recently. Until next time, peace.